everyone, and welcome to this Video Some Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield, and today we have a box. It has the logo of a company called 3000rpm.com, and they like to do CD-DVD duplication, printer inks and toner, blank CD and Blu-ray media, paper, labels and consumables, PC hardware and components, and much, much more. Telephone number is 08452578853, and their email address is sales@3000rpm.com. Now, you want to know something special about this company, 3000rpm.com? You want to take a guess at where it might be based? Yep, you're quite right. It's based in Dundee, Scotland. And that was where DMA Design was based. They're now known as Rockstar North, and they like to make games like Grand Theft Horse and Grand Theft High School. Oh, and then there's a kind of a car game of sorts that you can go around, like, you know, taking people's cars without consent, something like that. It's yeah, it's I hear it's pretty popular amongst the younger generation. Anyway, kidding on. I love Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, I've been dying to open this box since I ordered whatever I think is in this box. So without further ado, let's get it over with. Remember, safety first. When handling a knife, please, please, please make sure that you're not one of these conspiracy theorists that believe that the referendum vote was oh shit. I can't do this. Do you know what? I'm going to anyway. This bloody referendum was fixed. I don't care about. Oh well. When do I ever take my own advice? Seriously. Had enough of all this tripe. Being extremely careful. Whoa! Whoa! There we go. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the box on a chair here so I can open it properly. Some air pockets. Lenovo. I have a Lenovo power supply. Well, that's interesting. The power supply is Luke Miller approved. Oh look, I have the end for said power supply. That's nice. And now I have something in a plastic bag. I think what I'm going to have to do is unbox this off camera. Right. I'm just away to put this knife in the kitchen. I think I'm going to head to bed. What? It's 25 to 4 in the afternoon. Can a guy not go to bed? What are you still watching this for? Oh, right, you're waiting on something. Right, okay. So you're expecting me to show something that you say was wrapped up in a plastic bag, but that you don't believe it is anymore because the jump cuts happened. Well, you're all very presumptuous, are you not? No, laddie-da. Yeah, Jay's gonna do this. Yeah. Those of you who are not watching, I don't blame you. My videos are total crap. Oh, by the way, if you enjoyed watching this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and like me on Facebook. The URLs for both will follow at the end of this video. What? You say you're getting fed up of this and you wish I would just get on with the video? What do you want me to do? There's a Compak Armada underneath that pile of clays. Fine, okay. But first I need to take another trip into the kitchen, I think. Nope. What is this? This, folks, is my new laptop computer. What this is my first ever i5 machine. However, it's not a quad core. This will be a dual core with hyper-threading, like most mobile i5s, if not all of them. You can get a few quad core i7s for laptops, but it's my understanding that they overheat so much as to be, well, you don't really want to use them. Now this ThinkPad, basically kind of looks like every other ThinkPad in existence. Which is good, because, I've always been a fan of the ThinkPad design language. This machine, however, has got a rubber back, like most other ThinkPads. I used to have a ThinkPad R61, and it had a plastic back. But this one seems to have a rubber back. So let's have a look at what this is. So on the right, there seems to be a DVD, well, some sort of optical drive, I don't know what it is. A couple of other slots that I need to identify, I believe one to be a card reader, one eSATA, one USB port. I wonder if this has got any USB 3 at all. This is the most modern laptop I've ever had. I have to be honest, I sold my last main laptop to get it. I also sold my Sony PlayStation 3 as well. And here's a charging, and is that a modem? Let's have a look how many, no, yes it is, it's a modem, and there's a USB charging port. I know that because it's yellow! Battery, then the power, DC in. Heatsink, VGA out, Ethernet, display port, and a USB port, and there's a hard drive slot. So that's a tour of this machine. I'm told by Luke Miller, who's basically the best authority there is, I think, on ThinkPads, that this is one of the better machines. Anyway, let's see if I can lift the lid. I've not quite figured that one out yet. Would you look at this? It's pretty full. This one looks like it's been used quite a bit. Wow. This is a wee bit of residue on the screen. It does have a webcam. Usual ThinkPad keyboard with a track point and also a track pad. The buttons seem nice and true. Keyboard still feels nice to type on. There's volume up and down buttons, the some sort of a toolbox button, the ThinkVantage button, and the power button. So this is a 14.1 inch laptop, and yep, it's a T420, and look, there's the Intel Core i5 sticker. This is a Sandy Bridge processor. Still good though, still good. This came to me with a 160 gig hard disk in it, and there's a reason for that. It's because I ordered it with a 160 gig hard disk in it, because that was the cheapest way for me to get it. So, I'll not tell you how much I paid, but suffice it to say, I'm very happy with what I paid for this. So, because it's only got a 160 gig hard disk in, my plan is now to fit the 500 gig disk from my old laptop in here. You see, my old laptop was a Dell Latitude D6500. That came with a 320 gig disk, which I kept hold of and then put it back in the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the tripod up, and let's get this hard disk sorted. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is close these blinds because yeah. Right. So, without further ado, smoke test! Nervous. So, this is now starting Windows 7. Yeah, but that will happen. The reason for that is, yep. So I want to enter the BIOS. Okay, so where the Dell Latitude is has a graphical BIOS, this has a more, traditional text-based BIOS. The reason that Windows 7 startup failed is because it was the installation from a Dell Latitude E6500. Now, there seems to be no battery charging light on here, so I don't know if it even goes. Oh, well, it's certainly holding a charge. Right. Okay, so let's have a look. BIOS version, embedded controller version, no asset information, Intel Core i5 2520M CPU, 2.50 GHz, 4096 megs of RAM, and yeah. So let's have a look at config, wake on LAN, AC only, Ethernet, LAN option ROM enabled, USB UEFI BIOS support enabled, always on USB enabled, always on USB charge in off mode disabled, enable disable charging iPod, iPhone or BlackBerry smartphone during hibernation mode or turned off, disables charging during hibernation mode or switched off, enabled charging during hibernation mode on. Yeah, okay. That's absolutely fine. Track, point, touchpad, all enabled. FN and control key swap disabled. FN key lock disabled. ThinkPad numlock independent, unlike Scotland. Boot display device, ThinkPad LCD. Power, enabled. Maximum performance on AC. Mode for battery optimal. Excellent. Beep and alarm, serial cable, ATA, that's SATA mode option, AHCI, CPU, enable core multiprocessing, enabled, Intel hyper-threading technology, also enabled, Intel AMT, enabled, and I'm just going to leave those options alone. The date and time seem to be correct. Security, Password, fingerprint. I don't believe this has a fingerprint reader. Oh, I could be wrong. Virtualization, I want that on. I'll have then there's CompuTrace if I need it. Boot, UEFI Legacy Boot, both. So my plan is to install Windows in UEFI mode. So all that seems to be in order. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to discard the settings and then go back in. And oh look, I've got LEDs now. I don't know why virtualization's in security. Okay. A load setup defaults, I think. Yep. That's absolutely fine by me. Exit saving changes. I wonder if I can boot Windows 7 into safe mode. Pretty much doubt I'll be able to. But, you know, it's worth the old college try. Nope, I was right. I wasn't able to. Okay. Right, now, a couple of things I need to do before I can get underway with reformatting the hard drive and installing Windows, and I will be right back. So now I'm on Lenovo's website. I need drivers for this thing, and would you look? Windows 8 64-bit drivers. Now I will say one thing that I do like about the ThinkPads. When I got my when I had my old ThinkPad R61i, within about a couple of weeks of Windows 7 coming out, I'd got myself a copy for the ThinkPad. When I went to Lenovo's website to try to download drivers, lo and behold, they were there. Seriously, they were there. So what I'm going to do, and this is really quite good because the ThinkPad T420 drivers, again, for Windows 8, they're there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download all the drivers, save them to a flash drive, and then install Windows 8.1. That is basically my plan. Because I really like Windows 8.1. You know, and I've been wanting it on a laptop for a while. So, I'll be right back once I've got the drivers. For those of you who don't know, Lenovo ThinkPads and IBM ThinkPads before them always had this thing that I like to call way too many driver files syndrome. Look at all this. Look at all this. Which order am I supposed to install these? Well, I guess there's no time quite like the present. So, away I go copying this folder, which is 818, or it was 818 megs or thereabouts. Let's have a look. Yeah, 819 megs on disk. 818 megs. Yeah, millions of drivers. Jings. It's, yeah. It's, I just caught something that, yeah, just caught one of Billy's statuses. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of drivers. However, other machines are now starting to catch up. So ThinkPads don't look to have that many an abnormal amount of device drivers anymore. Not really. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on these drivers copying. I guess. Yep. Yeah, I guess I'll have this cup of tea and I'll chat to Billy. Now, Windows 8.1 has been set up, so you can personalise here. So it's wanting my computer name, so I'll type it in. PC name equals J dash ThinkPad T420. Hey, what? I can't use a dash anymore? But I've always used a dash.
I still find it ridiculous how even nowadays, even though we don't have DOS anymore to worry about, you still can't put a question mark in file names.
Yeah, that's probably because question mark is maybe used as a wildcard character.
Yeah.
Alright, so now I can get online. It'll be interesting to see what's actually in this machine. Right. So, do I want to find PCs? Yes, I do. I'll switch on all the automatic update software, but... Next, you will set up your account. No, I don't think I will. Funny that it thinks that it knows what I'm going to do, but it has no clue. Okay, sign into my Microsoft account. Now, we can get around this. You remember for the HP and the Asus that I fixed? Mm-hmm. I actually did set up an account, the Action on Disability account, but for mine, because I have things set up a certain way, I don't want to have a Microsoft account log me in auto-magically. Yeah. Sorry, it's that bear from Bugs Bunny Overtures to Disaster. Yeah. I love that. I love that cartoon. Of the wee bug that escaped from the science lab, and it was resistant to pretty much everything. Yeah. I love it. It's like the bear is like, hey, look, Dad, a bug. I'll squish him for you, Dad. Dear old Dad. Oh yeah. And he gets his wee wagon that he'd used to carry his comic books in, and then hits his dad over the head. And there's a bear-shaped indent, the bear head-shaped indent in the tree. The wee wagon. Oh my goodness. Warner Brother cartoons. You got to love them, man.
Some of the best ever made, in my opinion.
Right enough. Hi. We're setting things up for you.
Oh, hi there.
You can get new apps from the store. Maybe install some apps. Maybe get some games. Some productivity tools. Maybe even a little soundboard. Oh no! You can also get eBay in that. See, if you had a credit card, that could run up your credit card bill. Then you might not be able to pay it. And then you'd think, to hell with the credit rating. But you know, if you don't have a good credit score, you'll never be able to buy a house, or even a car, or even get a good job. Well, I'm just not going to install the eBay app. You know what? I can just access it from the browser. It's a little I don't get the push notifications, but, well, I didn't before. Now I like to help out a small web browser. Taking care of a few things. I love how Windows 8.1 seems to, has made my ThinkPad T420 think that it's my sensory light.
Oh, yeah.
It's making me want to go to sleep. Come on, show me the... whatever the hell it is Windows 8.1 shows you. Seriously, I'm lying in bed at night waiting for a start menu, waiting for a start screen to come up or something. You know I like the sensory lights, but not like this, baby. Right enough. Let's start. Oh, you're starting late. Some USB ports on the side, so I'll just plug it in. Damn it, Randy. Yellow desktop, seriously?
Yellow.
Damn it, yellow. I'll have to see if I can find what's in this machine. Unknown device. Integrated camera, base system device, PCI serial port, unknown device. Oh well, there's some good stuff there. Right, what I will do is I will away and install some drivers. Be right back once I've installed. Well, I've made a very shocking discovery about this machine. See now, my Dell Latitude E6500 ran at 1440 by 900 pixels on a 15.4 inch display. This system, nothing like that. 14 inch, flat 14, and, well, when Windows bothers to start, okay, logging in, still logging in. Right? Have a look at that. That's ridiculously small. Shall I tell you for why? No, that's not the reason why. Try this. $1,600 by 900 on a 14-inch display. Yeah, I kind of use the magnifier. Well, here we are a couple days later, and I finally got my system installed. Had a few hiccups along the way with some of the software. I needed to have an older version of the hotkey software, which is now there, but if we have a look, you'll see we actually do get some on-screen display action. There's the Think light. Love that. FN and F5 will allow me to control my radio, and the ThinkVantage button actually does something. Takes a while to load this up. I have to be honest, Lenovo replacing the ThinkVantage toolbox, which was at heart a very light application, to one that takes a while to load up, That's not the sort of thing that should be routed to a hardware button. I'm sorry. That's, I mean, this is very good as a Lenovo Solution Center hardware scan alert. Perform a hardware test on your computer, really. I like this because it tells you ways in which you could improve your computer. For example, it's telling me I need to run Lenovo system update, so I'll do that and probably once again break the buttons. But let's just see what happens anyway. So what it's doing is it's actually just downloading all the different packages. But like I said, I mean, this is mostly done. There's just a couple wee utilities I need to install. I'm going to install Lenovo Share It and going to install Lenovo Reach, both quite useful. Share It is really good. You can share between different Lenovo devices and Android smartphones. I really like that. ThinkVantage Active Protection System and... oh look, Lenovo Share It. Let's have a look. Let's install Password Manager. Let's not install the Active Protection System. In fact, let's. I've disabled the security module just in case it decides to make a password or something. I know my friend Matthew H16 had a problem with his laptop. He bought his second-hand and the TPM kicked in and poof, suddenly there was a password. And the software on this has not changed much since, well, for quite a while actually. I mean, my old R61 had, you know, a similar software setup. I must admit, I do quite like it. And I like how the design language, okay, the newer ThinkPads have got chiclet or island style keyboards, if you will. I like this design. I mean, it's really not changed at all. Seriously, it's just... I mean, this is a ThinkPad. I mean, a lot of laptops nowadays, they all look the same. I hate to say it, but I mean, you have to actually go and look at them. I mean, it's like if I walk into PC World and I go look at the laptops or even the desktops, you actually have to look at the badge on it to see what it is, because they all look exactly the same. And time was, you could actually tell what machine was what. You know, I mean, you could tell if something was a Compaq, for example, or a Dell, or an Acer, or a Hewlett-Packard, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, Toshiba's looked distinctive as well. You know, you could definitely tell a Toshiba a mile off. Now, ThinkPads seem to be the only machines that you can still tell what they are. You know, just by looking at them. I mean, there is absolutely no doubt as to what laptop computer this is. It's a ThinkPad. How could it be anything else? Okay, internally it's pretty much the same as its rival, the Dell Latitude E6520. Because machines are all pretty much the same inside now, but it looks completely different. I'm not suggesting that this was made on the same factory floor as a Dell Latitude, but it's certainly, you know, internally the chipset and you know, certain things, it's all going to be very, very similar. One thing I'm not too sure about on here is the combined headphone microphone jack. Not entirely sure how I feel about that. I used it with a pair of headphones last night and it was very quiet. It turns out the Connexent audio driver had killed some of the volume. And that to disable it, I've got to actually read a dialog box saying, warning, excessive headphone damage, ears. And yes, I actually know someone who has hard of hearing, you know, because of headphones and loud rock concerts and that. So I guess that's a good thing. But still, I mean, I was in a crowded place last night with my laptop, and I was trying to watch some Computer Chronicles and could barely hear it. But, okay. I find it quite funny how you have a microphone mute button as well. It could be very useful if you're on Skype and you quickly need to, you know, mute the microphone. I guess that is a business feature because video conferencing is actually something that's done in business. You also have the typical mute volume button. You've got two on-screen displays there, so if you don't like one, you can look at the other one. Because Windows 8 has its own on-screen display for things like volume and screen brightness and things like that. You just end up thinking, that's nice. But I mean, I quite like this, you know, I always have liked the ThinkPads. I mean, okay, the T20, the original T series, the T20, T21, T22, T23. I've never tried a T22. I've had a T20, a T21 and a T23. But they were not the best. Okay, the T23 was slightly better, but it still had S3 Savage 16 graphics, which was terrible. And now I need to restarten das Computeren. And now Lenovo Solutions Center will need bleat at me for not installing all the stuff. It's like, you got to install some stuff, man. You got to install some things and some stuff, man. So once the machine is restarted, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm now pretty much installed, apart from, well, Lenovo Reach didn't install in that batch of updates. As you can, well, I don't know if you, well, you'd probably not be able to tell, but this is my Windows 8 lock screen. It's I've synchronized it with my Facebook profile. So basically, just log on as normal. All right, and that's me basically logged in. Just need to wait for the machine to start up. Just gonna move these icons. You ever seen a shopping bag with a window on it? Microsoft's created it. What I want to do now is go ahead and install Lenovo Reach. The thing that I'm really dreading is installing Steam and Origin, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to copy. Somewhere I've got a 500 gigabyte external drive. I'm just going to copy all the stuff to that and then plug it into here and transfer it over. This will probably run The Sims 4 as well at low settings, but I'm probably just going to go with The Sims 3 because I prefer it. What am I doing? Lenovo ThinkPad T420. Lenovo Reach. Lenovo Reach seems to be some kind of social networking derp for Lenovo users thing. So this would be the sort of thing that, you know, IBM ThinkPad R51, also known as Jack Stavros, Luke Miller, you know, they should be using, because ThinkPad. My memory is terrible. I only was using it a couple of days ago. I did have to reinstall Windows 8, by the way, because I was having problems with the buttons, and I thought maybe if I reformat and then install it, you know, with the applications in the correct order as defined by Lenovo. That's a window. So, I'm just going to log into this. My memory is abysmal. Seriously. Why on earth would I think that Lenovo, a manufacturer of basically IBM computers, would have their own social networking site? Seriously. It's a bloody cloud service. Why did I think it was a social networking site? Seriously? Who's going to join Lenovo Reach? I mean, considering the... Actually, no, Lenovo do computers right across the gamut, so anyone could join, I guess. Here's me thinking, who would join a social networking site for ThinkPad users when most of them will be business users? It'd be like, got to get this spreadsheet done. Jings. And then there's me going, this ThinkPad's awesome, it's an i5 and a thing, you know, I can do Intel video rendering shite stuff thing, and I can do this and it's brilliant, so easy to service. And then they'll be like, would you mind, we're trying to make another million here. So basically, it has lots of applications. Yeah, that's what it does. It actually literally syncs applications right across like all of your systems. Because of course, you have every system you own is a Lenovo. But still it's on here now. Share It is pretty good though, because you can, you know, you can use whatever wireless networking is available, you know, to share stuff to different users in close proximity. I quite like it. I had it linked up with my phone, and I was able to use it to send a picture from my phone to my PC, which is quite a good idea because I don't always have the data cable with me, and sometimes I might need to transfer something from my phone to my computer. I've missed having Bluetooth. But, I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I think Share It will use Wi-Fi if it's there, but if not, I think it might use something like Bluetooth. Don't know what it'd use if not. I've still to show you some of these. Lenovo has Windows 8 applications. So you've got like the Messenger, ThinkVantage tools, settings, and something about a cart. And then you've also got the Lenovo channel. So let's open the ThinkVantage tools. Ah, that's not what I expected. Okay, try that again. Let's open something else, something that I know works. Lenovo settings. And like I said, I mean, Lenovo was on the ball. I mean, one of my fellow YouTubers on here, I forget his name actually, Jings. But, yeah, when he has a Lenovo desktop anyway, and when he upgraded to Windows 8, he upgraded when it came out, back in 2012, and the Lenovo applications were on the Windows Store waiting for him, literally. So here you've got, you know, basically settings presented in the new user interface format, you know, ready for you to change. You know, there are things like that. one thing I've not actually looked at, I've just installed, is the Lenovo channel. I'm guessing this is more a commercial thing rather than a, hey, you've got your machine now, this is a program that will help you. Tough Season, Episode 5 coming soon. I'm wondering, that's... Oh, these are TV programs from Lenovo. You've got to be kidding on. No. Yeah, so basically it is a commercial thing, but it's still kind of nice. It's kind of like having Computer Chronicles, except every product features is a Lenovo. Oh, jings. There's none of this nonsense when I had a Dell. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness gracious. Jings, Crevens, help my bob. Anyway, I wonder if the Lenovo channel's installed. Because that's what you want. You just spent a whole bunch of money and on a Lenovo product, so you could get the Lenovo channel, and then you could actually sit and watch like all the other products that you can spend money on that you no longer have because you just bought yourself a ThinkPad. Yeah. Yeah. Funny that. I'm guessing it'll get all positive reviews as well. I can't imagine anything being a negative review. That's not how you... What gets me? Well, what gets me as well is that there's multiple seasons of these things. I tell you what, download the programs now, 20, 30 years time, people will be looking back at them. Like, you know, my friends and I, you know, look out for Packard Bell-based videos or multimedia presentations and go, oh, I remember that, and oh, that's what my PC had, or oh, I wasn't lucky enough, I didn't get one of those, or oh, I'm going to look out for one of those machines on eBay, and then you know that Socalier's got it, and it's blooming $500, and you know, you've managed to find one for about $10 down at the local thrift store. But yeah, anyway, that concludes this Video Sans Frontier video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you have, please feel free to subscribe and to like us on Facebook. Both URLs will follow, but until then, I hope you will join me for my next video. And thank you for watching this one.